Hey group, I am driving right now to meet up with one of my dear friends for lunch, and I just wanted to do a quick video and kind of let you know what's coming up for me and some experiences that I'm having. I have not meditated like officially today, I guess, but one of the things that I love about this self-connection experiment that I'm doing is how quickly I can connect to myself when I need it, and how quickly I can move into a space of love when I'm realizing that I'm living from my ego, from fear and stuff, from my lower self. So that's what I'm doing right now, even as I'm driving. So I have some tears in my eyes because I just shed some tears. A lot of past stories are coming up right now because of just a lot of strain and pressure that I'm under. Like a lot of fears, it feels like terror is the word that's coming up for me, like just terror. Not like, it doesn't matter specifically really, but just there's a lot of things moving for me right now, you know. Moving to a different place sooner than expected, and people all around me dropping the ball on what I'm needing them to do. And I'm just counting on a lot of people and they're not coming through for me, and it's really terrifying. I don't know how else to explain it. And yet deep down deep down at a place somewhere deep down, you know, my wholeness, my real me, I know that everything's going to be fine. But it's interesting that I can observe my wounded child or my past stories freaking out, and freaking out in mostly fear, but you know, there's some anger at the people that are not showing up for me how I need them. Which interestingly enough, I can also look back and be like, well, do I really need them? Because that's probably, if I could say one thing that's been huge for me for this self-connection experiment, it's been me realizing that I actually don't need specific people to show up for me in a specific way. Like, I can go more into it later, probably on later videos, because it's just been so huge for me. And that I don't need those people, and yet my past story is saying, well, I need them, you know, to help me get into the house that I'm moving into, and to show up for me for this and for that, and all kinds of stuff. But deep down, I know that I can step back and be like, well, what if it's something better? You know, what if it's a better person for me? What if it's a better house for me? What, you know, when I'm so caught up on what I think that I need, or the people that I think that I need at a moment, that I may, and I often in the past, I know that I've missed better opportunities because I was so focused on it being a specific way that I wanted it to be. And so that's what I mean by letting go of the need. But just one last thing before I shut the video off. Right now, the reason the reason that I needed to do this quick connection and then I'm making a video is because my stomach, my gut has been turning with just so much anxiety. Because right now I committed to do, I already talked about it a little bit ago. I committed to do this this business coaching program, and I signed a contract for it, and it's a year contract. And now, because so many things have changed and I've changed, and when I signed the contract, I was not as connected to myself and in such a place of trust as I am now. And so I'm feeling now very, very strongly, without a doubt, that I need to release this program from my life so that I can have energy and space and room for better things that are coming up for me. At the time that I enrolled, it was right, and I know that, but because so many changes have happened, I need to release it. And when I made that decision, and by the way, I talked to James, and he doesn't understand, but he's very supportive of me. He's really learning how to trust me and my feelings and stuff like that. So that wasn't as bad as I had thought. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh, so my stomach has been turning because I have a call scheduled with Amy, with whom I signed the contract, and and she, you know, sent me a message saying, well, just to remind you that we signed a contract, so let's see what we can do to work it out to make it work for you. And so my stomach has been turning. I'm like, I know she's going to try to talk me into it. And then because of experiences I've had in the past, my ego was like, she's going to threaten lawsuit and she's going to force you. Just saying that she's going to force you to finish your program, you know, and threaten all of this and that. And so my stomach has just been turning, and I've just been so nervous about it. And to the point of just, you know, when I finally got in the car and left my kids with my mom to go to lunch with my friend, I just put my head down and I just felt for a minute that fear, because I'd been pushing it off all morning. Like, I don't have time to deal with this. I don't have time because I'm packing, and my kids need me, and I just don't have time to deal with me. And so when it only took about 30 seconds, and I put my head down and I said, I'm terrified right now. And then the tears came, and I was able to step back and be a space of love and acceptance for my past stories, because they're very validated because of what they have experienced, that they would expect those same things to happen again. Here's the amazing thing about the way the law of attraction works. When you expect something to happen as a result of what you have experienced in the past, they are going to happen that way. And so me taking a few minutes to connect to myself and to listen to those fears and to feel those fears, and like to love that wounded child inside of me and say, it's okay, like I know that you've experienced that in the past, and just feel intense compassion and love for her. I only cried for about 30 seconds, and then I feel so much more at peace. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I will deal with it as it happens. And it doesn't mean that it's going to happen exactly the way that it's been in the past. I mean, I may talk to her, and she may be like, I totally get it, and I want to release you, because if you're not my ideal client, I'm not going to make you do this program if it's not the best thing for you. You know, whatever, I don't know. But when it's all about accepting the way that I feel, not just because I used to think of it along the lines of, well, I feel this negative emotion, so I have to clear it, I have to get rid of it, or I have to resist it, or I have to kill it, you know, or whatever. But I'm not, you know, if my children are giving me a hard time, I'm not going to kill them just to get rid of them. I'm going to love them and see what it is that they need, and help them adjust their thinking so that it's more healthy for them moving forward. And that's being a mother has been so huge for me, because I treat myself now the way that I treat my children. I treat my past self the way that I treat my children, and it's just been huge. So I want to share that with you. I'm about to leave the car and step in to go to lunch with my dear friend, and I'm sure that I'll feel a lot better after lunch, because we can connect to each other in our hearts. So anyways, just wanted to share this video. It's amazing when you are dominantly living from your heart, how quickly you can heal, and you can love, and you can move past the things that are scaring you, because I don't even know why. It just is what it is, and I just felt it now, and I had to start this video to share it with you. So and when I do my official meditation, I will also post a video today after that. Love you guys.